Anyway, those are our predictions. We're now going to go into the Discord predictions, but it's also time for another Discord event. Kelly, Law Operator, open the door! Anybody's welcome in. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Open the door! All right, so we got five people besides myself in the room. Welcome to Iclonius. We also have Kelly, of course, still here. Maddie F and Matt, Moofy, and who's the last one there? I can't read it. Rose City? Rose City Matt is here as well. And anybody else that wants to come in can. I think 10 will be the max, though, Kelly. Let's go with 10 max. Open the door. Door is open. All right, so we're going to read off these final Discord ones, and we'll get your guys' opinions on it, too, in the chat if it wasn't your response. The first one comes from D-Day, who I believe is in the chat, but not in the Discord. He said, I think we will get a trailer for the Visceral Star Wars game, a reveal of Sucker Punch's new Infamous game, and a teaser trailer for Dying Light 2. Those are 3 games I hope we see something on at least. Let's go to Rose City Matt, who we haven't heard from yet. Any of those excite you, man? Rose City, are you there? Let's go up to Moofy. Moofy, are you in the room?
Yeah.
Moofy, what do you think? Any of those excite you? You got Visceral Star Wars, Infamous again, or Dying Light 2?
I could go for some Infamous, that's for sure. Visceral Star Wars, yep.
So you are of the opinion that Sucker Punch would stick with Infamous?
Infamous is their go-to franchise from what I know.
It is. I definitely don't disagree with that, but I just feel that they're ready to move on. They've done 3 games.
They've done 3, which they did 3 for Sly.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, they did 3 for Sly. Technically, there was 4 Sly, but that wasn't them. So,
yeah.
3. I mean, I definitely can see why they would move on. Like I said, I'll respect them more if they finish it off the right way.
Rose City, what would they do if they did another Infamous game? What would it be? Or Moofy? Anybody who's in the room?
Actually, that's a good question. It's been a while since I've dug into an Infamous game, and I keep thinking something silly like Infamous Third something.
What about you, Maddie? Do you have any opinion on what they should do if Infamous is re-revealed?
I'd love for Sucker Punch to stick with the whole
superhero.
Yeah, so you want them superhero?
Some kind of Sony property. I mean, superhero property is possibly. I know they're working on the new Venom movie. Hopefully,
they are working on the new Venom movie, and they're working on the Spider-Man game. Insomniac is working on that exclusively for the PlayStation. So they've got their superhero games. Do we really need Infamous? Do we need another superhero game when we got Spider-Man coming? You know, like, do you agree with that? Like, shouldn't we be focusing on Spider-Man now instead of another superhero game?
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
My history of very limited. I'm not even sure what they're.
I mean, it's mostly Sly Cooper and them and Infamous. So
yeah, we're still having a little bit of trouble hearing you, Maddie. I'm sorry. We got Hids in the room though. Hids, welcome to the room, man.
Thank you.
Hids, we're currently talking about the first prediction here being seeing the new Star Wars game from Amy Hennig, Sucker Punch's new Infamous game, and also Dying Light 2. Of those 3, which one do you think is the most likely?
I think actually Dying Light 2.
Yeah, and you also had a prediction on that, Mike.
Yeah, I think Dying Light 2 is definitely going to come with all the success that it had with the first one, whether it happened right away or later on down the line, which it was seemingly a slower hitting success. But I definitely think we're going to see something of some sort of Dying Light.
The person that made the prediction just joined. D-Day, can you hear us? Looks like he might be getting his mic set up. But D-Day, thank you for the submittal there. Let's go to the next one. Baz023S responded, Death Stranding gets a spring 2018 release date.
But D-Day, thank you for the submittal there. Let's go to the next one.
We're getting a little echo from somebody in the chat. If you can figure out who that is, Kelly. As I was saying, Death Stranding gets a spring 2018 release date. That is very optimistic. I don't think that game's anywhere close to being ready. Sony will have 2 new IPs and a remaster of one, hopefully Spyro, and a sequel to another game. So 2 new IPs, 1 remaster, 1 sequel.
Very open-ended thought.
Yeah, open-ended, but still somewhat interesting. I do think we'll get at least 1 new IP probably from Sony, and I think it will be Sucker Punch. That's my opinion personally. What do you think the remaster will be if they have one? I don't think Spyro is ever coming back to Sony personally.
Infamous.
Infamous is going to be the remaster. Oh, well, yeah, they could do Infamous 1 and 2
they
remaster.
could do the 1 and 2 remaster finally. The dream.
That's true. They could do Infamous 1 and 2 remastered.
Man,
Maybe that'll be their
day one
Infamous
buy.
announcement, and then they can move on to their new IP, whatever that is. That would be cool. I could see that happening. And Death Stranding, what do you guys think? Let's go to Tempest. Can you hear me, Tempest?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Do you think there's any chance that Death Stranding comes out in spring of next year?
No, I don't. I'd probably fall.
Yeah, fall. I think even fall is optimistic. I think it's possible, but I think even fall is optimistic for Death Stranding, honestly. But
Yeah, I think Death Stranding's at least, I would say no earlier than 19, and if anything, maybe a 2020 game.
yeah, I feel like maybe early 2019.
You guys aren't alone, those of you that think that, though, believe it or not. Like, that's a far louder opinion than I ever thought it would be. But everything I know about that game and knowing everything we know about Kojima, there's no way that game comes out.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago that he was locked in the basement of Konami.
Right.
Like, let's be honest. Like, he hasn't had that long to work on this thing. I just can't imagine I'll be ready for spring of next year. I think maybe spring of 2019 and then The Last of Us 2 at the end of 2019 to close off the PS4 generation. Something like that. Dean responded to our question of the week. He said, his first prediction, Nintendo will focus hard on Super Mario Odyssey and announce one other big first-party game with no release date, as well as a bunch of small weird games that everyone will say could be fun, but will never buy.
That's exactly what I do with half of them.
That sounds like the most likely scenario ever, pretty much.
Like, Tumbleweed looks really cool. I'm sure I'll get that game at some point.
Yeah, that's a solid prediction right there. I 100% agree on hard with Super Mario Odyssey. They've pretty much confirmed that at this point.
Yeah.
That's going to be their big thing. It's going to be Super Mario
Absolutely.
Odyssey. Spider-Man PS4 will get its first in-depth gameplay demonstration along with its new and official title announcement and a release window of March 2018. Similar to what I said, didn't I also have a Spider-Man one?
For Spider-Man?
Oh, that was in my hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
I apologize. Although in my hopes and dreams I said it would come out in July, right after the movie,
yeah.
which is completely
that would
unrealistic.
definitely be that dream.
Yeah, completely unrealistic there, but March of 2018 would be exciting. And finally, this is kind of a two-part prediction here. Microsoft will announce no less than 3 brand new first-party IPs, with one of them to launch alongside the Scorpio November 2017, with the Scorpio priced at $500, like you feel, Mike. And he said, quote, or in parentheses, I know this is technically a 4th prediction and I broke the rule, therefore I crushed myself. Congratulations, you crushed yourself. What do you guys think? Let's go to the chat here. What do you guys think the Scorpio is going to be priced at? And Discord, what do you guys think Scorpio is going to be priced at? Everybody.
500.
I'm thinking a good 500.
500. Who else?
600.
600. Who said that?
That was
Maddie.
Maddie, 600 from Maddie. Anybody else? We got prices right going on here.
I'm not going to say 600. We all saw what happened with the PS3 in that price point. Like, if it's going to be any more than 500, it'll be no more than 550.
Okay. Anybody else want to take a guess?
300 or 400.
300 or 400 from Diclonius. 400 definitely be the more likely scenario there. If it hit 300, holy shit.
Dude, if it hit 300, there's no, I don't under, like, there is no way it's going to hit 300, but that would be absolutely ideal, right? 400 is possible.
Yeah, Buddy Doe said 400, 450. I think 300 was a typo. D King Dallas said 600. Johnny said 1,000.
Not seeing whatever they're putting into this, like...
Missio PL said 600. Chili Saru 600. Alex Bustos 420. 600 I think is impossible.
I think
they can't go that high.
I'm telling you right now, they're doing $500 and $600 with the Elite controller because it's a console for elite gamers.
With the Elite controller, maybe, yeah. But there's no way the base console goes above 500.
Nope.
I really am sticking like true on that one. That I'm holding hard on 500 at max. And I still think there's potential for 400 personally. Split Maniac. Sorry, who's in the chat talking?
No, I think it was an echo.
Okay. Split Maniac responded, I think that we will get an open beta for Gran Turismo Sport, and that we will get all Call of Duty games remastered from Modern Warfare 2 to Black Ops 2. And one very unlikely thing to happen is that we will get a new Spyro game.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, you shot it down. You don't think we're getting Spyro? I don't know, man. The amount of pouring support for that, plus the pouring support for Ratchet and Clank, Crash Bandicoot, now Jack and Daxter, coming back. Even things like PaRappa. People are realizing that we want those classic games brought back, and Spyro is that next one up. Spyro is definitely the next one up. But more importantly, I don't think we're getting all the games remastered. Modern Warfare and
I think we'll get one.
We might. The problem is I'm wondering if they're going to wait.
I think they'll officially release, not as a part of the game. They'll release whatever one was remastered previously.
Yeah, Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare will get an actual boxed release or a digital release.
$40 or something like that by itself.
That one will come out.
I can get that. My thing is they might do if they're going to do anything, they're going to do Black Ops 1. But I honestly don't think they're going to do any of them at all.
D-Day, can you hear us yet? Still nothing from D-Day, but we got, I think, is that Buddy in the room? Buddy, are you there?
I am
here. Buddy, which do you think is more likely? Do you think it's more likely to get Jak and Daxter back or Spyro?
I'm actually thinking Jak and Daxter.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that Jak and Daxter is more likely. I'm not saying Spyro is impossible. I just think that...
I feel like
they're both Activision, right?
Spyro.
So Crash is Activision and Spyro are Activision now,
right? Well, that's the thing is that you got to remember, just because it's unlikely doesn't mean anything because they're both owned by the same company. And honestly, that's another thing that I wasn't even thinking about it, but it was talked about before. They very well could have made a 1-2 deal on that.
It's possible, yeah.
Here, give us this, and we'll give you both of these franchises.
It definitely makes it more likely that they're both from Activision. For Crash to come over, there's definitely potential for Spyro to come as well, especially if Crash does well. Maybe they're waiting to see.
Right. I mean, I think that could be it. Where they could have already gotten the pre-orders.
Sorry, who was that? Who was speaking?
Jak and Daxter.
Yeah. You think Jak and Daxter is more likely?
No, they're already doing it. They're already
doing it.
They have the remaster that they're doing, but there's no announcement of a new
game,
Jak
a new
and Daxter
version.
Game.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about a new Jak and Daxter game or a remaster of Spyro is more likely than a new game. But either way, Jak and Daxter doesn't have an official announcement for a new game in the series. That's what I was speculating on earlier. I think Sanzaro will have a new game in the franchise, a reboot or a sequel. I don't think it'll be a remaster. That's just my prediction. And finally, Tempest Moriendi, who was in the room, but isn't right now. He said, with some of the game being pushed back to 2018, with some of the games being pushed back to 2018, it's a crapshoot. Sure, we will see a new Call of Duty, Dynasty Warriors, maybe is what he means there?
Yeah.
Dynasty Warriors, etc. Some new IPs.
Destiny 2.
Oh, Destiny 2. Destiny 2, etc. Some new IPs would be nice. More love to PlayStation VR. If they go to remakes, Spyro and Time Splitters would be cool. I'll be very happy if they bring Fallout to VR, not just PC side of VR. He wants to see PSVR getting the love. Tempest is in the room. He is a PSVR guy. Tempest, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There you are. I saw you light up there for a moment. How are you liking the PSVR, Tempest?
Maybe not.
No, I think he blipped on the radar for a second there. I know he's a big fan. I see him on Facebook posting about PSVR. He's one of the few guys that is a part of our show, part of our chat that's really taking advantage of that peripheral. I'd like to talk with him about it eventually in the future. But Fallout to VR would be really exciting. Imagine if they were to announce like a Red Dead Redemption 2 having a first-person mode in VR, because they brought first-person mode to Grand Theft Auto. Why not bring it to Red Dead at this point?
No, there's absolutely no unreasonable idea when it comes to that. But I think the problem is right now we're at that point where VR is becoming that PlayStation Move, that PlayStation Vita, very touchy, like, do we talk about this? 3D technology type situation, much faster than I thought it would, especially with the outpouring support from developers who actually liked it, as opposed to 3D, who people were begrudgingly supporting it.
Right.
So, I don't know. I definitely think it needs more support. But I think you're going to see... one of the things I want to touch on is Time Splitters, because that's a childhood favorite of mine.
Yeah. That's a deep cut right there.
But I don't know if we need it. Games like Overwatch and all those other ones have really touched on what made Time Splitters unique, and that was each character is something different than the last one. Like I remember walking around as a deer, with a shotgun.
Really?
Oh my god, dude! Like there's so many weird things.
I don't remember Time Splitters very well. I do remember you had the different characters, and I remember that you were a huge fan of it. I remember that everybody. I mean, Time Splitters 2 reviewed really well. That was a popular game at the time.
Time Splitters 2 is one of my favorite games of all time.
Let's go to people who haven't made predictions yet. Buddy, I know that you didn't answer the question of the week. Do you have any predictions for E3 this year?
Predictions for E3?
Yeah.
Not anything like at the top of my head. Like from what I've been reading, it's just not many rumors have came up. Just a lot of speculations. At this point.
You're right.
Very quiet.
Very quiet this year. Not a lot of leaks.
Quiet. So I have not. Last year it was like everybody was saying something. Everybody was like, "This is coming out. This has to be happening." Like. But at this point, I think they're going to be showing, you know, what we think would be speculation from what's left over from last year, which I think we already know, like The Last of Us 2, I believe, is a thing. And,
yeah, The Last of Us 2 is definitely a thing. I don't think we'll see anything from The Last of Us 2 this year.
I was surprised that nobody said anything about it, but yeah, I do think that's much further off. I feel like that and Death Stranding are around the same time.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
They're probably going to show a new trailer for Red Dead Redemption, but at that point, it's just been bumped over for what, next year?
Yeah, that's now officially
February.
2018.
No,
2018, but they would have to show a trailer of something. I mean, just to keep people on hold on that, to hold on to people. So we'll probably see a new trailer for that.
That would be exciting. I personally think that Rockstar doesn't have to do anything that they don't want to do. They're just they're in their own space. They're Rockstar. They're rock stars.
Right.
Like, seriously, like their name fits because they can do whatever the hell they want, and people are going to buy it.
Really good.
They're that big. Really Hids, I don't believe that you answered the question of the week. Do you have any predictions that you want to name that haven't been already brought up?
I'm still hoping. I'm still believing. Shenmue HD coming out this November.
And do you actually want to make a prediction on PS Vita too? Is that something you want to come out and say?
Nope. Actually, I'm going to talk about the unannounced IP. They announced like 2 years ago. Wild, if you remember that.
What is it?
Wild. Yeah, we haven't seen anything from Wild in a long time. From Michael Ansel. Michel? How do you say his name? Is it Michael, Michel, Ansel. He's the guy who worked on...
that doesn't sound like how it looks.
A lot of Ubisoft games in the past. Yeah, I would like to see more from Wild. The rabbit animations, man.
Those rabbit
animations are just unbelievable in that game. So I would like to see more rabbit animations. No, I agree with you there, Hids. Where the hell is Wild? So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little more of that. And Rose City Matt, are you here? No, because I remember he wanted to list some predictions, but he never got around to it. And I think that's everybody. I think we got from Discord in the on the actual Discord itself, and from you guys. Tonight on Discord, I think we've gone through everybody as far as predictions go.
I am looking forward to Nintendo though.
Anything specific, buddy?
The Mario and Rabbids game that's been rumored around, like that would just be weird to see. Like I know.
Don't you just want to see what it is? We're definitely going to see it. I think it's pretty much confirmed at this point from the leak. The slideshow that leaked pretty much confirmed that we're going to see it at E3.
Hello?
Is that Rose City Matt?
Rose City Matt is here.
I think you're Rose City Matt.
Rose City Matt, welcome to the show, man. I know that you wanted to put your predictions in Discord, but you didn't get around to it. If you can right now, you can you have an opportunity to give some E3 predictions.
Hello?
Hey, Rose City Matt, can you hear us?
I can hear you, and I just figured it out.
There you go. There we go. You are now a Discord user. Congratulations. Rose City Matt, go ahead, man. If you have any E3 predictions, now is your time.
All right. I have two predictions. One's really short because I know no one else is interested in this. EA Sports is going to announce that club women's teams are going to be added to FIFA 18.
That's smart.
Okay. Yeah.
They've been doing international women's teams, like country teams, for 2 years now.
That's a solid prediction and would be very cool.
This one's more of a hope, but it needs to happen. They teased us with Fable Legends. Microsoft did a couple years ago.
Sure.
And it needs to just happen this year.
They need to bring it back.
Didn't they cancel it?
They dismantled the studio. Doesn't necessarily mean the game was canceled. But
Kelly, you and me are on the same page. Unless you're remaking something or making a brand new actual Fable game, I don't want it.
Whoa, what Jesus Christ, Mike?
Yeah, nope.
Wow.
That's exactly how I feel about anything that has to do with Fable right now.
I was waiting for it to happen because I think randomly goes off and it didn't do it at all tonight. And I was like, where's the parts?
Oh, that wasn't you at all?
No, it just randomly goes off sometimes.
Perfectly perfect. Like, that was best timing.
You even like leaned up when it went off. Perfect.
Great.
You know, I would love to see them bring back Fable and just completely reboot it fresh and
just not Legends,
and not at all with Molyneux.
If they listen, I don't have a problem if you like what Legends was. Do not call it Fable. That was not Fable Legends.
It wasn't Fable.
I didn't like the Legends idea. I just wanted a continuation, like a 4.
Yeah, right, and that's not what Legends was.
Gotcha.
So I will be 100% behind you if they do a new Fable. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hear anything about Legends. I want a whole new project, and I want them to like have already been working on it because they're disappointing us. Like,
yeah, clearly there are many people that have been speaking up recently about Fable, so it seems like it's desired. Well, anyway, thank you to everybody that took part in this year's E3 prediction show. It looks like somebody might have just joined. Let me make sure I'm not cutting anybody off here. Looks like the same people. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you to everybody in the Discord that came through the door. It's been nice having you on the show. Take care and level up, guys.
Hold the door.
Hold the door.
Good night.
Hold the door. Hold the door.